So here we are with another complete Saga ranking video. This time we are ranking all of the bosses. If you haven't seen my ranking all levels video, I highly suggest you check it out. The little card will be your guide. So yeah, sorry that I didn't post this last week. I kind of just forgot. But yeah, without further ado, let's start off the ranking. Man, I wonder where that intro segment looks familiar. I'm sure I won't get copyrighted by a certain you-know-who. But anyway, the Imperial Spy boss fight literally lasts a second. Anyway, so you just fight off. Starts off, you fight off 2 waves of stormtroopers. And then he finally drops down. Then you hit him 4 times, which he has a little splat, so you can easily hit him the 4 times there. It's a very unnecessary boss fight, so that's why it's last on the list. This is like exactly the same as the Imperial Spy, except it has more hearts, and in my opinion is a little more tricky. It's so short, in fact, that I literally just had to stop shooting because I was about to beat it. So there's nothing really special about it. So, actually, there is something to say. This is the only boss fight that wasn't in, either the LEGO Star Wars 1 or 2. So, there's a fun fact for you. Boba Fett's boss fight, in my opinion, isn't really that great. Because all you really do is just hit him out of the air, then you take one of his hearts away. You just repeat that 4 times. And it's not really that interesting. It's exactly like Imperial Spy. Well, not really exactly like, because there's actually a little bit challenge to it. But it's still, honestly, pretty bad. This fight is pretty much the same as Boba Fett's second boss fight, except it has the little trickster heart. That last heart just... It doesn't really do anything, but I put this boss fight above the second one because I like this level more. Out of all boss fights in this game, I have to say the Rancor is probably the most unique. So what you do, in case you haven't played it, you have to use R2 and 3PO to get a Gamorrean soldier down, so he gets one and goes into a corner. Then you hit one of the bombs based off what corner he goes to, and then on the last heart you do the same thing with using either R2 or 3PO to get a Gamorrean guard down, and then you close the gate on him just like in the movie. So yeah, it's a pretty unique boss fight. So why is it not like high up on the list? Oh no, I just like the others better. Going back to the Boba Fett boss fight, this is relatively the same, except just better. So instead of you hitting him and then he falls down, then you take away a heart, you hit him and that takes away a heart with his blasters. So as well, he also has bombs that he shoots at you during his last 2 to 3 hearts, which, I mean, you can easily avoid. In my first playthrough, I just killed him without him shooting any bombs, so that's why it's low on the list. So, well, yeah, pretty solid, and we're also in the top 10, which I guess really isn't impressive, because, I mean, come on, we're only 15 characters in this entire thing. For the first boss fight in LEGO games, it is pretty solid. Sure, it can be over in 5 seconds if you just slam 10 times, but come on, where's the fun in that? I like to, actually try to get some combos and not just slam them 5 times. Like, example, hitting him into the lava. Yeah, which is why this boss fight is at number 9. There's 2 ways you can do it, Like I said, be unique. Instead of just jump slamming him 10 times, like hitting him into lava, trying to actually hit him, or hitting him from behind, or, like I just said, jump slamming him. But yeah, this is a pretty good boss fight, and nothing really much to say, because really is just hitting him 10 times, so that's why it's that low. This may be your average just lightsaber jump slam, but it does have a pretty neat mechanic, which is After you take one heart away from Dooku, he then electrocutes you, so you have to switch to the other player, and then electrocute him again. It's pretty cool, and provides teamwork if you have 2 people. So, yeah. First boss of episode 3 as well, so we have an episode 3 boss back to back. Night. This fight is pretty much the same as the second one, except A, more health, and B, whenever you hit him, whenever he's electrocuting you, doesn't do any damage, and C, he also throws things at you in one of his phases. And also D, Yoda comes in, so besides from those, it's relatively the same as the second, except just more health. For the first boss fight in LEGO game history ever, it sure is pretty solid. So, the fight starts out at the beginning of the level, where Darth Maul just throws barrels at you. If you've seen my every level ranked, I already gave an explanation of this, so you can really skip, but oh well. But yeah, and then you chase him through the palace, and then then goes the lightsaber whacking segment, which whenever you hit him enough times, he flees onto one of the little stands, and then throws things at you, and then you hit 2 debris at him twice, and so yeah, then he just jumps back down, then you hit him again. Pretty solid boss fight in my opinion. So yeah, nothing else to say, moving on. This boss fight is also very unique, kind of like the Rancor, which it unicizes both Luke and Yoda, being both Jedis, and you have to use them, well, at least for one. So you just hit him twice, like most fights, and then you use Luke and Yoda to move the crates up to elevate to Vader. Then you hit him twice again, he teleports to the other side. Then you use the Force to build a little staircase. Then you hit him twice again, then you just hit him, then he teleports to the ground, then you hit him twice again. Still pretty cool, in my opinion. It's fun. So, yeah, that's all there really is to say. With our final boss of the game coming in, also with the most amount of hearts, with 18, we have the Emperor, and so, yeah, this is a pretty fun boss fight. He has 4 phases, one where you just smack him, and then after a couple hits, he starts electrocuting you, just like Dooku, and then the freaking annoying palace guards come up, and you can just choke him out with Vader, but there's still the other one, which is really annoying, because yeah, but then once you hit him, then you go to the little electrical maze section, which is also pretty fun. You go through the maze, then you just defeat him. Then you go to where he flees next, which is like an elevator shaft place. Hit him a couple times. Then you beat the boss fight. So, yeah, pretty fun boss fight. I'd rate it a straight 10 out of 10. What is the first Jango Fett boss fight doing so far from the second boss fight? Well, it's simply better. Unlike the first one, where you first just shoot him like a couple times, then you just hit him, and with a small chance of him shooting the rockets at you. This time you hit him normally, then he shoots at you, then he actually shoots the rockets at you, and you have to force him back on him. And as well as Boba controlling the Slave 1 to shoot at you, also provides the extra challenge, which is why I love this boss fight so much. Can it get annoying? Yes. But can you also avoid it? Yes. You can also just avoid it by just, jumping over it and using R4 to disable the thing. And, of course, like the last heart, you just hit him. So, pretty solid boss fight, just like the Emperor. 10 out of 10. This boss fight is one of the only 2 bosses in the game to have 100% of the level dedicated to their boss fight. The other one being the Emperor Palpatine boss fight. But yeah, the reason why it's so high up is because it combines perfectly with the 2 characters that you play as playing an important role. Obi-Wan, just whenever he's in the main fighting area, hitting him normally. Then Cody shooting the bombs that are needed to blow him up. This is probably the boss fight with the most amount of phases, with you just hitting him once. Then you use Cody to shoot the bombs next to him. Then you just hit him again. Then he jumps to the top. You go up there. Shoot the bomb. He flees to the main area. You hit him again. And yeah, just really rinse and repeat. It's a good boss fight, though, because it's unique and just one of my favorite levels, which is why it was so high on my every level ranked video. I already expressed my love for this level in the every level ranked video. Now I'm going to express my love for the boss fight, which, like I said, I said all the phases in that video, and I'll say it again. So first phase, you hit Vader twice, and then you use R2 to send the smoke up, so he's stunned. Then you hit him. You do that 3 times. Then you do the exact same thing in the next boss fight. The next phase, except not. You hit him twice, and then you use the smoke. Then you use the smoke to get him down. Do that 5 times. Yeah, 5 times, I know. Then the 4th one is probably my favorite version, even though it's not that many hearts, where you have to use R2 to go down and to go to the other side and disable the stormtrooper activator things. And then you throw one of the objects that Vader throws back at you, and then you just hit him twice. Then you do that another time. And then you get to this part, which is currently being showed for the footage, which is just a chase scene, which is the iconic I am your father scene. So, yeah, that's the video. I hope you did enjoy. I honestly had a lot of fun replaying through these levels to get footage for the boss fights, except some of the earlier ones, like the Imperial Spy one and the Zam Wessel one. Sorry, I drew a blank there, but because you know how much I hate the levels. But yeah, thank y'all guys for watching. Another video coming out soon, and I will see y'all guys in the next one. Goodbye.